YouTubers? How are you all doing? Hope you're all keeping safe in these mad times. Right, here today with our Xmaxx shell, one of the Xmaxx shells, because everyone has seen the shoe goo mod for the bodies, but we all know the shoe goo is quite expensive. When I first started doing the shells, it's going to cost you, for a granite, which is a granite shell we have here, a tube, tube and a half, 2 tubes possibly if you want to go mad. It's going to cost you 20 odd quid. Being in the building game, I come across stuff all the time for sticking and sealing, and came across this, and I've tried other stuff in the past and it's just not been as good, but this Evo-stik, the dogs, let's call it the dog's licky bits, absolutely awesome, clear, goes on really well, and you can pick these up on eBay for about 2-3 quid, to be honest with you. And we have just done the granite shell yesterday. It's all dry now, and it's only taken half a tube. And yeah, so, and as you can see, it seems to work really well, just as the shoe goo does. I think it's a bit more flexible, to be honest. As you can see now, the granite shell, you can do what you like with it. Absolutely awesome. So that's going to last ages. One layer of this in, and then we'll just spread this about. So what we're going to do, and this is the one that we've been using. There's drywall tape that we've been using. There's many different types. This high tack stuff is good because it sticks really well, and you can push it into all the grooves on the inside. There is other ones. Evo-stik is really cheap and really sticky, and the orange one, I can't remember what it's called, but there's an orange one that's a bit more expensive, but it's real sticky. But this one's average price and works really well, as you can see in the granite. We've doubled it up on all the joints, the main parts that usually split, and yeah, this is the absolute dog's licky bits. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get this Xmaxx shell. It's not a brand new shell, it's got a few cracks in it already, so we just want to strengthen it up. As I say, it's not brand new, it's come to us, which someone's already taped it, but we're going to get it all stripped out, we're going to get it cleaned up, and we're going to get this tape on, and we're going to get this spread. Now, I've got Elle with me here today. He's going to help me out. He's behind the camera at the minute.
Hi.
So once we've got this stripped off, we'll come back and we'll show you how we start putting the tape on. So yeah, guys, we'll see you in a sec. Right, hi peeps. Here we are. Everything's stripped out. We've got all the old tape off that was on here, all the old black tape that someone had put on, pain in the butt to get off. But as you can see, using duct tape or something like that, it doesn't really give you that much protection. A little bit, still got cracking, still got bits bending. So yeah, we've got everything stripped out, got all the interior cage off, but you can see it's all a bit dirty. So we're going to give it all a good clean with a bit of brake parts cleaner. Make sure before you do this you're using one that's not going to melt the plastic or take the paint off. I've used this one before, so I know it's good. Bit of blue roll, and just give it you can give it a clean in the sink, a bit of soapy water, but I like to do this. If it is really dirty, yeah, in the sink, bit of soapy water, get all the dirt off, and then just use a bit of this. This will take the minor dirt off and take all the any grease off of it. So we're going to do, as you can see, it's pretty clean now. We're going to give it all a good clean, get this spotless, then we'll come back and start getting this tape on and show you how we stick this tape on. So yeah, we'll see you in a sec. Right, here we go, guys. Now it's all a little bit left in there. All clean and spotless, as best as I can. I just missed a bit there, but give it a good check over. Make sure you've got all in all the nooks and crannies, and be careful. Be careful when you clean them out, because if you have a look in one of my other videos, I've cut myself before on a body. The edges of these bodies could be sharp, so just be careful. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start applying some tape. I've got an over somewhere. There it is. So, a pair of scissors. Now this stuff's pretty sticky, and all we're going to do is we're going to cut it off in lengths and just stick it on. Push it in all of these gaps. Push it in all the creases. Any of the bits that may stress. I mean, here we can see where they're stressing already because it's already cracked. We can double up on the tape. The really good thing that I found over shoe goo with this Evo-stik, the dog's licky bits, is that it is seriously adhesive straight out of the tube. So if you do have problems with the tape not sticking completely, bit of this on straight away from the out go, and this will stick it down. So yeah, that's something that I found is good over the shoe goo as well. And also having an applicator like this, it can make it nice and easy to push right into the seams. So right, here we go. So all we're going to do is find the end of the tape, if we can. Probably best when you're using this tape is to stick the end over, so you haven't got to try and find it or cut your own end. Right. So all we're going to do is put off some lengths. This stuff's pretty sticky. 2 layers there. We're just going to apply it. Now you can start where you like. Maybe I like to start down in the bottom, and all we're going to do is, this stuff's pretty sticky, it sticks pretty well from the go. So there, and just push it in all the cracks and all the crevices, and make sure it gets in there really tight. And all we're going to do is keep layering it over. Don't really can see that, but yeah, we'll just keep layering it over. Maybe best if I get the phone and get it to come and just film me a bit over here so that we can see inside. Right, so here's the inside, and all we are going to be doing is layering on the tape. Now you can put as many layers as you want on, but you only really need 1 layer. Only need 1 layer, but as many layers as you like. If you want to make it super strong, then yeah, stick more layers on. But all we're doing is, and I'll try and overlap every layer. Just push it down. Push it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the whole body, pushing it in all the problem areas. Let's show one little area here. Now, down in this section here, what we can do is push it right in. Now this stuff's really sticky, as you can see, it's sticking really well. At the top, we can just trim it and push it over. And like I've said, if it's not sticking completely with this Evo-stik, and just go in, stick a blob on. You might want to wear gloves for this. I'm used to doing all this, being in the building trade. So just a little squidge. There you go, that will hold it down, that won't come up again. And so we're going to get the whole of the inside of this covered with the tape, and then we're going to, we've got a tube and a half. I think that's going to be enough for this Xmaxx. We may only need one tube, and for the price of this, you know, I think it's a lot cheaper to do it this way than to do, and it seems to be a lot rubberier. Right, so yeah, we're going to get all this covered and we'll get back to you. See you in a sec. Right, we're back, guys. As you can see, we've got the shell fully taped up. It's not what I'd call perfect, but how, you know, you're never going to get this 100% perfect. So all we're going to do now is I've left tape over the edges because we can trim that after. So all we're going to do now is go on with the Evo-stik. Elle's here to help. He's just going to hold the shell, just makes it a little bit easier. You can do it by yourself, but if you've got someone that can just hold the shell still, then awesome. So Elle, if you can just hold that. And now, what I have done is I was looking for something to help spread this, because I don't really want to use your fingers for spreading this. And I just grabbed some old hay fever tablet cases, cut them into bits, and they make perfect spreaders. Little bobbles on the back, give you something to grip, perfect for spreading around. So application with this is nice and easy. All we have to do, oh, if you can just tip it up a little bit for us so they can see. All we have to do, all I do is start to spread out in lines. You can push it in right in all the edges, push it right in all the gaps, right through the tape, all the lumps and bumps filled up. There we go. Get our little bit of tablet thing. You can use anything, a bit of card, anything, but I just found this was on the side, it was easy. I suffer with hay fever, got a lot of these things about. And we just flatten it off, just spread it, push it in through the tape. Another good thing I found with these is with the rounded edges on this, you can push right into the corners, these rounded corners, just like that. And it's as easy as that, guys, and that's it. That's spread. Now, I was presuming we were going to use a tube and a half of this for an Xmaxx shell, but I think we're only going to use half a tube. So, I'm going to get the rest of this glued and spread all over. Now, I haven't doubled up on the edges and stuff because, to be honest, I don't really need to. One layer of this with the glue is pretty strong. So again, just going to push this all in. As you can see, this goes really thick, this stuff. Really, really strong. So you can put a lot of this on. And there's somebody at the door. Right, guys, I'm going to go and answer the door, but we're going to get all of this spread. We're going to spread it all out and we'll come back to you. See you in a sec. here we go. I ended up using my finger just to push in all the little gaps and stuff. Work all the glue in, get it all through the tape and onto the body. Fill up any little grooves and stuff. But there you go. And we used another half a tube. We had to open the other one. So it's one tube of this. If you can get it on eBay, I've seen them for £3 a tube. In Wix, where I've got this, I think they're between £6 and £9 a tube, I think. This I picked up again, eBay. I'm a plasterer, so I'll buy this by bulk. Get it for about £2, £3 for a roll. But you can buy singles for about £5, maybe £6. You can buy them in, you know, your Walmart or your B&Q's. Most places that do any building materials normally carry some scrim. But yeah, there we go, guys. So that's one of our Xmaxx shells done. We're going to do the other one. We're going to do this red one. It's been a little bit battered already, but this mod should help get, you know, stop it getting any more cracks and falling apart. And these shells should last a lot longer. Right, guys, here we go. That's our non-shoe goo mod done to our Xmaxx shell. Hopefully it's going to last a lot longer. This seems to do the trick. As I say, we've already done it, used it on our granite shell, and that's just, look, you can do anything with it without cracking now. So, you know, if you don't want to pay out for a couple of tubes of shoe go, one of these will do, well, half of one of these will do a granite shell, and a whole tube will do an Xmaxx shell. Well, I hope that's helped you guys. We're going to crack on and get this other Xmaxx sorted. Once this is dried, we'll trim all these edges off and she'll be good to go. We'll refit everything. Yeah, and we'll get out bashing. No doubt we'll have some videos out soon. Hey everyone, right, 24 hours later. Wasn't going to do this, but I thought we'd show you when it's dry. 24 hours later, all dry. Now, I can see there's a few little bits that I've missed a bit of glue here and there, so I've got the glue. I'll re-glue them in a bit. But just to show you, once this is dry, I mean this was dry within 12 hours. This dries pretty quick. But just to show you, now that it's all dry and set, it's pretty damn flexy. So the Nooo original cracks there is going to help just to hold them. To say this body wasn't new, but there you go. That is the dog's licky bits, adhesive and sealant, crystal clear one. Awesome. All we've got to do now is there's a few little bits I'm going to re-glue, but all we've really got to do now is cut out the holes and get all the bits back on it, and she's done. So there you go, guys. I'm just going to all I do now with the bits that are over, just trim them all off. So I'm going to go around and do that. Yeah, and we'll get her out and bashing soon. Hope that's helped some of you lot. Cheers, guys. See you in the next one. Go watch our other videos, by the way. Oh, and like and subscribe if you like what you see. There's going to be plenty more coming. So, see you later. Say goodbye, Elle.
Bye.
See you later, guys.